Sige, refinancing yung bahay ninyo. Pull the equity out. If you're gonna put it towards another investment and you're planning on getting other properties, pero if you're gonna do that, guys, just because you want to go buy a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, or even worse, you want to buy a couple Louis Vuitton bags, no, do not do that. Mga atit, mga kuya, lately po, I've been putting out a lot of content about real estate, about houses, about property, about owning houses. Naisip ko po itong video na to, magkukwento po si Kuya PuTo about mga katotohanan na kailangan nyong malaman when you are a house owner. Okay? Dahil, let's face it, marami pong tao, marami po tayong mga kabayan, their dream is to own their own home, lalo na po dito sa Canada, because it's a wealth builder. Everybody knows that. It's a wealth builder. It's the one single form, it's the one single method that a lot of people can start building wealth with, is with real estate, i.e. property. Pero, naiintindihan po ba ng lahat what it takes to be a homeowner? So, I'm pretty sure in some of my videos po, I touched upon gaano ka talaga kahirap magkabahay. Palagay na natin, na-pass na natin yun, na-surpass na natin yun. Palagay na natin, nakuha na ninyo yung bahay. What should you expect? So, number one, a lot of people, especially, after the pandemic, iniisip po nila, bibili ako ng bahay, titira ako doon ng 1 taon, and then I'll sell it for 50% more than what I paid for. Di po totoo yan. That's false. Yes, during the pandemic, some people were able to do that, but the pandemic was an anomaly. It was an anomaly, chamba siya. If you were able to do that during the pandemic, good for you, more power. You made money, and a lot of people did. But for the most part, rule of thumb, kung bibili kayo ng bahay, and all you're thinking about is the appreciation and the equity that you can extract, you're gonna have to wait on average, historically, and this is coming from our real estate partners, okay? 5 years. Okay, so kung kabibili nyo lang, don't think that, oh my God, mayaman na ako. Oh my God, it's more than what I paid for already. No. Especially now, everything is beginning to recalibrate to what it's supposed to be. It's gonna be 5 years minimum, if you're lucky. So tandaan nyo yun. Walang instant equity dito. Especially now that they're recalibrating everything. Let me say that word again. Recalibrating. Okay? Okay, ano pa ba? Yung mortgage payment ninyo, depending kung variable or fixed, mag-iingat po kayo. Okay, kung fixed ang pinili ninyo, ibig sabihin nun, yung payments ninyo will be the same all throughout the whole entire term, which is usually 5 years. Kung variable, you're always going to be constantly watching to see what the rates are and how they fluctuate up and down to determine exactly what kind of move you have to make or not have to make. So you have to be constantly aware of what the posted rate is if you're on variable, because it'll significantly affect how much goes to the principal and how much goes to the balance and affordability. Tandaan niyo yun. I know that's a lot of words, but I will elaborate on that on another video because that's another topic on its own. All right? So be aware of what you signed up for, fixed rate or variable rate. So ano pa ba? Tandaan ninyo, bumili kayo ng bahay, hindi natatapos dun. Kailangan magbayad kayo ng property tax. Kailangan yung gobyerno, pasayahin natin. Dahil lahat ng gagawin natin dito sa Canada, yung gobyerno may kaparte. Okay, so pag bumili kayo ng bahay, guys, you'll get a statement saying exactly what the yearly property taxes are. So meron kayong option nun. You can either pay it quarterly or you can pay it one shot. Okay, nasa sa inyo po yun. Dati, kasama po sa mortgage payment ninyo yun whenever the bank takes out the payment from your bank account. But now, most banks, if not all banks, di na nila ginagawa yon. You have to pay it on your own. So it's either gonna be quarterly or one shot yearly. Okay? That's the most common ways, well, that's the most common frequency of how people pay their property taxes. Ano pa ba? So, utilities, guys. Okay? Just because bumili ka na ng bahay doesn't mean tapos na. Kailangan kuryente, tubig, plus yung heater ninyo. Okay? Dahil dito sa Canada, lumalamig pag winter. You need a heater. So, ano pa ba? Yung water tank ninyo. Dahil yung lahat ng bahay po dito kailangan ng hot water, di ba? So, the majority of houses, they rent their water heaters which is located in the basement. May bayad din po yun, walang libre. So, you have to account for all of that. Plus, all of the miscellaneous services that you're gonna end up having to order para sa bahay ninyo, like subscriptions to internet, subscriptions to Netflix, mga ganon, Prime Video, mga ganon, streaming services. Extra po lahat yon. So yeah, you have to budget for that. Okay, guys? So guys, maintenance is huge. Okay? So binili nyo na yung bahay ninyo, ibig sabihin sa inyo yan. Ibig sabihin, it's your responsibility to keep it from becoming dilapidated. Did I say that right? Dilapidated. Okay? You have to keep it in repair, in good repair. Not disrepair, good repair. So ano ba high ticket items when it comes to repairs? Tandaan nyo guys, windows, super expensive. The roof, super expensive. Anything electrical, anything plumbing, anything HVAC, anything construction for the inside or the outside, anything renovation. All of that, guys, costs a lot of money. So, ano advice ni Kuya PuTo? Advice ko, mag-ipon kayo, always put aside some money, okay? For just in case stuff happens. Alright? Like an emergency fund. And what I found that works really well for me, lahat po ng mga, kung meron kayong makikilala na nasa trades, like a plumber, a roofer, an electrician, gawin niyo po silang BFF. That's extremely important because you never know when you're gonna need their services and it's always good to have them in your pocket. Tandaan niyo po yan guys, importante yan, okay? And finally, this is the absolute most important thing that a lot of people need to know, okay? New homeowners or old homeowners, it does not matter. To me, this is the number one rule. Never, and I mean never, ever, ever, ever treat your house like an ATM. Your house is not a bank. Your house is not an ATM. It's not a machine that spits money out. Dahil karamihan po ng tao dito sa Canada, like a good majority, kung bibili nila, I'll give you an example, bibili nila yung bahay nila for $100,000. 10 years would go by, iisipin nyo, di ba dapat bayad na yon? 15 years would go by, iisipin nyo, bayad na yon. But you know what happens? Their lifestyle can't keep up. Utang sila ng utang. They keep on extracting equity. They keep on refinancing. Okay? So they're basically eating the equity that the property has accumulated to fund their lifestyle. Kuya PuTo, tagalugi mo na. Ibig sabihin nun, huwag kayong utang ng utang dahil kakainin yung equity ng bahay ninyo every time you refinance. And you should not refinance. Do everything in your power to leave the house and its equity alone. Hindi naman kayo inaano nun eh. Leave the house alone. The house will treat you good. Just leave it alone. Dahil the majority, and I mean the majority, guys, of homeowners dito that fall into this trap. Like I said, let's go back to my example. Palagay nyo na nakabili ng $100,000 house like 30 years ago. 30 years have gone by. Tanong nyo kung magkano utang. 800,000. Kuya PuTo, paano yun? Bibilin nila ng 100,000 and then 30 years later, may utang silang 800,000 or 500,000 or more than what they paid for the house? Yes, that is very common. Maybe exaggeration yung sinabi ko sa inyo, but that is very common. You know, years would go by and people would end up owing more than what the original purchase price was of the house because the lifestyle that they basically took on could never keep up with how much equity that the house appreciated with. Okay? So live within your means. Leave the house alone. Leave it alone. Di naman kayo inaaway nun eh. Leave it alone. Let it be. Hayaan mo siyang lumaki. Hayaan mo siyang lumago. Okay? So hopefully, nakatulong po to. Kahit konti. Kung di pa po kayo nakapag-subscribe sa channel ni Kuya PuTo, subscribe naman po kayo. That way, we can grow this as big as we can. So this is PuTo Mendoza in Canada, guys. Wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry. Stay humble. Keep your hustle strong. I'll see you on the next video. Sa akin, kung sino ang aking mahal.